One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will kick it away to start us off. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. In a bunch formation. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Floats it out in space. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Dropping back, it's Leach. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finds a man on the right. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. It received. Does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient and he's consistent and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes into the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
They'll go back to the ground.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. A designed run for the quarterback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down if they don't. Off the play fake. Now improvising. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pick off! What a play by this defense!
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just run on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. The inside handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Leach. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You're trying to go to the slant. It's a bang-bang play. Ball comes out quickly. Zone coverage. Nice job by the defense, keeping their eye on the QB and knocking that one down.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got the first down, looking for more. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Noles are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Looking to get it in. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort. Now, all of a sudden, the offense, man, they are knocking on the door.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Noles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. This hooky offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the trying to help their defense. On third down, he drops to throw. Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. To the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Leach. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. He's moving out of the pocket. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hokies! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 10 to Charlotte. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. gun to give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Knowles!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The give to the tailback. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They kick it away on 4th down. Makes a catch at the 10. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Leach. He makes the grab. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 35, he's open. It's a running room, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Fires downfield. He's got him wide open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's on target and complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Just enough time to get off one more snap. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It's good. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys out of the box so it's not just running quarterback all the time.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up. The play action fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
The sure hands, it's Walters. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Right on the money. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Hokies are flying down the field. Hands it off. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. It's Walters. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these 4th down pass plays are just designed to pick up the 1st. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
28, Virginia Tech, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the ground, he's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Leach. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. Wide open, makes the catch. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To the running back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Trying play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
It's complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Walter. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Strong pass rush, gets gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down. It's 2nd in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this 3rd down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Looking to throw on 3rd. It's caught downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Hokies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Touchdown, Hokies! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term.
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. The give and tick, 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 tick. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. Trucks through the defender. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. He might want another play. Fights off a defender. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle, and he'll be brought down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
He's taking a deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out.